This is Occult Pop, where we talk about popular culture through an occult lens. I am Danica Simone.
And I am Guy Quintero.
Welcome back for another episode. Today, we're going to talk about Backrooms.
The hit movie. Wow, it was great. And I usually get a little nervous because when people hype up stuff a lot, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a big letdown. Now, I will say this. I wish we spent more time in the backrooms, but I'll leave it at that. Maybe too much of a good thing is a bad thing, but I really wish during the movie they spent a little more time in the backrooms.
I did too. This episode is going to be spoiler free because I think we have plenty to talk about without spoiling anything. But I wanted to see more exploration.
Yeah.
It kind of went off in a weird side story, like where the backrooms weren't the main focus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It kind of felt like it was like secondary.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, with a name like Backrooms, it should be about the backrooms. So I kind of was hoping that there would be more exploration, more, like you said, time spent in the backrooms, like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But it kind of went more mental than, like more psychological.
It became a psychological ride.
So a quick synopsis of the Backrooms. Obviously, it came out in this year, 2026. It's an analog horror sci-fi mystery. Takes place in 1990. The main character, Clark, is a failed architect working at a furniture store who discovers a strange portal in the store's basement. He steps into the backrooms, an impossible, seemingly endless expanse of dim, labyrinthine rooms. As he maps the surreal dimension, he is relentlessly stalked by its uncanny inhabitants. And then a little side information. The original Backrooms concept started as a creepypasta on 4chan in 2019, where an anonymous user posted an unsettling image of an empty yellow wallpapered office and a short caption. The concept then went massively viral years later when filmmaker Kane Parsons, also known as Kane Pixels, released a hugely popular found footage short film on YouTube in 2022. Parsons is widely credited with cementing the lore, visuals, and expanding the story. And he's the one that helped make this movie.
Yeah.
And he did this really young.
Yeah.
He's so young.
Young genius. Very talented. The Backrooms is very popular on YouTube. If you guys ever want to just experience it, it's right there. His channel, and he has a lot of adventures, and it's very interesting, the lore that's behind it. And a lot of other people are contributing their own lore to it too. So it's just ever expanding.
It's like
just like the Backrooms itself.
Yeah, it's like a worldwide phenomenon. Like it's a community that keeps feeding it. Like I know there's a term for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's becoming a big cultural phenomenon, but yeah, it's a very cool thing, a very cool aspect of everyone just adding more and more to it and their take on it. It's really cool to see what people do. So that all that stuff's on YouTube. If you're interested in horror and watching some cool horror clips, maybe you can't afford to go see the movie or something like that, because I know money's tight these days for a lot of people. You can go adventure in the backrooms on YouTube.
Oh my God. I tried watching a few. I did watch a few, and it was very unsettling. I don't like it. I don't like it. I said, I think in one of the previous episodes when we teased this out, I watched it and I was not okay. I mean,
Yeah, some of them are pretty horrifying.
I don't like it. It's so creepy. It just makes the hair on my arms stick up. Like, it's so creepy. And I definitely don't recommend if you are creeped out by that stuff, don't watch it before bedtime. Don't watch it.
That's when I watch it.
You find it relaxing? I find it like
relaxing.
stress-inducing, like anxiety.
Yeah, I'm crazy. That's why.
Yeah, but so I do want to just say, so the Backrooms is what is known as a liminal space. So a liminal space is any in-between location, state, or transition, derived from the Latin word limen, meaning threshold. It refers to the unsettling transitional period between what was and what is. So that's what a liminal space is. A backrooms is a liminal space, but not all liminal spaces are backrooms. So there is like a worldwide phenomenon that if you've seen it, a lot of people talk about it on TikTok, on YouTube. They talk about these shared lucid dream, astral projecting, shared experiences where they go to these places Mall World is the most famous one that everyone talks about, where it's just like this big, massive, never ending, like 90s retro style
Yeah,
mall, and there's nobody there.
that one's pretty creepy.
Then there's, I guess they say that there's also like an attached airport where it's just
Yeah.
very terminal, so these places are like big, open, clinical, like flooring, tile, like everything is just like, I think there's also one of like a hospital, and there's also the campus. So whether it's a high school campus or a college campus, those are ones that I've heard a lot of people talk about. Personally, somehow I always go to the campus. I have so many dreams and so many interactions at my old high school. And part of me was wondering, is it my subconscious trying to work out old traumas from my time in high school, because we spend so much of our time in school, you know, that it was like my subconscious, like having a stress dream and trying to work it out. Because when I go there, I'm talking to my old classmates, or I'm talking to people I know now, and I never went to school with, but they're there and I'm talking to them. It's really weird. I don't know. What do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
I think so too. I think there might be some validity behind what you're saying because we're always awkward when we're growing up. And that's the reason why sometimes our high school years hit us hard. A lot of people are awkward during high school and they have a hard time dealing with it. So that's when the most traumatic events happen. That's when the cringe moments happen, right? I think that's probably one of the reasons why a lot of people harken back to high school. And also to the airport. Airport's a stressful place.
Yeah, I hate going in real life. I hate going to
I don't
airports.
think anyone that likes going to them. They're real stressful places. So they choose places that are stressful. I've seen one that's just completely water, right?
Yeah,
Like
I've heard
this
that there's like an
giant
endless beach one or something.
endless room of water.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a room. You can see the walls and distance, but it just seems like the closer you get, the further you,
What?
the more you
Like an
move.
indoor pool?
Yeah, like the more you move, the further away everything is. And
You've
yeah,
experienced that?
no, 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 I haven't. I'm just talking about the ones I've seen on YouTube. I've experienced the back rooms, but my back rooms was different. It was an endless road at night, and I was driving and I had some friend. I didn't know who they were. We were in this pickup and we were driving, and we stopped by like gas station. We stopped by a bar, but there was no one in it. No one. The whole place was empty. It was creepy, but it always had this strange vibe that I was being watched.
Was it snowing?
No,
Okay, because it makes me think of your encounter.
no, this was like a desert, like a
Okay,
southwestern
yeah.
backdrop, occasional cactus,
Mm,
but it was just sand everywhere and night. Yeah, and it was very 80s. Like when you drove up to like the bar, like the light sign looked like it was from the 80s, like old, very retro. So it was that was an interesting one. But the backrooms to me, I think that it's not just a metaphor, but and the movie doesn't explain it. This is just strictly my theory, but I think it's just wormholes to other dimensions, right? Whether it's our mind or other people's consciousness, we're going into wormholes, and or the people who are experiencing the backrooms are going into wormholes. Now that could be done through astral projection, it could be done through the physical realm, or it could be done mentally when we're sleeping. So I think that the capabilities of entering the backrooms is limitless, like the backrooms itself.
I think that you might be attracted to certain locations based on your personal experiences.
Yeah.
So like I said, I was probably attracted to the campus because I had those awkward moments in high school and stuff. But also, I'm always about learning ever since I was little, and to current time. I always say, like, if I can just learn something, one new thing every day, like, there's no way to know everything. And so I want to learn at least one new thing every single day to expand my horizons, to just keep an open mind, because all I know is that I don't know. You know what I mean? I know that I don't know enough. So that might be why I'm attracted to the campus, because I'm always thinking about learning and continuing my education. And so that might be why I'm attracted to that. I think people might be attracted to the airport if they travel for business a lot, or if they go on a lot of vacations, like they're constantly in the airport, they're constantly in that transition space. So then they might be attracted to going to that when they astral travel or when they're dreaming. Same with the mall. If you grew up going to the mall a lot, and your place of familiarity with the mall instead of school, because like, you would go on the weekends or after school or something, you would, the malls were really big. I don't know about nowadays because everything's online and you can shop all the things online. But when I was a kid, going to the mall was the thing. That was the place to be, you know? So that might take you to there. And I'm wondering if you're attracted to the roads because maybe you travel a lot, you did a lot of driving. I know you did a lot of driving in the military,
Yeah.
in a desert in Iraq. So that might be why you're seeing those things because that's what's in your memory bank, I guess, essentially to pull from.
Yeah. I would agree with that, yeah. But it's really interesting, what Kane Parsons came up with for the movie. And for this one, it's very psychological. So without spoiling the movie for anyone who might not have seen it yet, expect psychological. I mean, for the most part, they do showcase that because the main character, the other main character, she's a psychologist. So there's a lot of psychology going on there. He's a smart guy. Kane Parsons, Kane Pixels, very smart guy. I'm impressed with his level of creativity,
At
and
such a
I
young
hope
age.
yeah, and I hope to see more creativity out of Hollywood. I'm glad Hollywood's actually taking a chance on new projects because I know a lot of people in the horror community, and a lot of people are tired of the same old projects, the sequels, reboots. It gets old after a while, and this is one of the reasons why I don't think they're making much money anymore, except for something new like this came out and another movie, Obsession, which we might do later. But these new concepts are really intriguing, and it's really fun to go in not knowing what to expect.
I love that both those movies came out pretty much back to
Yeah,
back. So it gives me hope, that they're going to continue or that they're actively searching for unique new
yeah.
ideas.
This is the summer of creativity. That's what a lot of people are calling it because now we're seeing new ideas come out. New ideas are conquering the box office.
That's
And
amazing. I think we all have superhero burnout.
yeah, we definitely have Star Wars burnout and superhero burnout, and it's going to be, there is a plethora, there's a gold mine of amazing stories in the indie community, in the indie horror author community. There's so many authors out there you probably never heard of that have such great, unique, interesting concepts. But they need to be given a chance, and I think that if Hollywood could just let go of that old guard of writers and pull in some new talent, they could revitalize and see another golden age come. I think they can make a lot of money. These 2 movies have proven that if you stay within a respectable budget and take a chance on something new, you can make a lot of money.
Yeah, neither one of them had a large budget
Small budgets, yeah.
and they paid off huge.
Hit off big. I think another problem with Hollywood is they do these grandiose $250 million budgets and on these IPs and no, just hey, all you need is 5, 10 million bucks. I mean, Obsession didn't even last. I think it was 750 grand. But five,
Well, and Backrooms literally took place in 1990. Like it was a throwback. The footage was analog.
yeah,
They made it look
yeah. The
very
attention to detail
simplistic.
is still
Very,
amazing. Yeah,
yeah. And that was intentional. But because they did that, they were able to have a smaller budget.
yeah. The creativity, the effort, so it just goes to show you if you have a big heart and a big imagination, you can make a lot of things happen.
Yeah, with your bootstraps.
Yeah.
Well, let us know. I am curious. Have you been to any liminal spaces? Have you been to Mall World? Have you been to the Endless Campus? Have you experienced anything like that in your dreams or in your astral travels? And usually, when you go to a place like that, it's not just once, it's recurring. So, whether it's the airport, the campus, the mall, backrooms, maybe you've seen backrooms. I think somebody reached out to you and
Yeah, someone reached out to me on Instagram. She said she worked in a casino, gave me this amazing story about how she was, just she had to go get something from the back, opened up the door and saw this empty, endless casino. Her jaw dropped. She's like, and
entered and
she
left.
closed the door and left and never went back through it again. And it was the weirdest thing and it terrified me.
What makes it terrifying is that she was awake.
Yeah, she was awake. She said, I just had to go get something. Boss sent her to go get something to do on the floor. And she went to the back area and she opened the door because she'd never seen this door before. She opens and it's endless empty casino. And she said, no, thank you, and closed it.
So please do share your stories. We would be fascinated to learn about other people's experiences.
Yes.
I mean, this is what we live for.
Because we live for the occult, we live for the strange, we live for the metaphysical. So hey, you won't get judged here. I find it fascinating, and yeah, I know a lot of other people might find it taboo. We love it. So send it in to us, and if you want to be anonymous, let us know.
Yes, you can email us at theveilbetweenpodcast@gmail.com. Even though, this is a cult pop, it's still a branch off of our main,
Flagship show, yeah.
yeah, flagship podcast. And we did announce on the other show that this is our last episode for the season. We will be back in time for Halloween for sure, because that's our time. That's our favorite time of the year. So we will be back. But in the interim, leave comments, message us. If there's a movie or a TV show or a book, because we do have the book club, anything that you would like us to talk about when we come back, let us know. I mean, even if it's old movies, we did They Live. That's an old classic. We did Labyrinth just recently. That was our last one. We're all about watching older movies. It doesn't have to be brand new. So if you have any suggestions and we haven't seen it, we would love to watch it, because we love to analyze things from an occult lens and take it apart, because Hollywood knows. Hollywood does all kinds of magic and stuff, and they have their own sorcerers and their own practitioners and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And so
some of the best in the world.
yeah, they hide a lot of information in our media, in the movies, in the TV shows. They hide a lot of it in there, kind of like between the lines, and maybe not so subtly. So yeah, let us know if there's something that you want us to take a look at and do an episode on, and we would love to do that when we come back for season 2.
Heck yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode. We will see you next time.